The Sarah B. Show, coming through your stereo. Say it loud, let's sing it proud, like a homegrown rodeo. The Sarah B. Show, coming through your stereo. LT2 is where you go to hear the Sarah B. Show.
Hey, what's up, guys? Woo! Welcome to another episode of the Sarah B. Show. Don't mind me flexing. I've been working my muscles a lot, lifting, trying to gain some muscle. Just a couple weeks ago, I started lifting a lot heavier, so I'm excited to see what happens with that. I was kind of like just lifting my same normal weight and like, this is easy. I'm getting stronger without even like adding any more weights or reps or anything. And I was like, oh, I should probably change this up. So we'll see. I'm working on it. I've gotten some interesting, I think, compliments recently, mostly from middle-aged women, about my thighs, which is interesting. One woman told me, and she was drunk in Florida in the elevator holding a boogie board and a frozen drink and wearing a bikini. And she saw me and she's like, whoa, she's like, your legs are huge. And I was like, okay. And she's like, but you're so skinny. She's like, you're so little, but your legs, you look like you could kick, like you look like a lion. You can kick somebody's head off or something. You look strong. And she's like, that's the kind of body I want. And I was like, okay, thanks. Started off weird. We got there and I appreciated it. And then this weekend, again, had another middle-aged woman drunk at a bar being like, your thighs are amazing. I want legs like that. So working on the arm portion of it as well to catch up. But we're getting there. I just want to be strong, you know? A strong girl. Strong is sexy. So yeah, we're working on it. Anyway, guys, hi. Welcome back to me. Been a while, but we're not going to go into it. I said I wouldn't say it again. It's just a thing. You know, I'm always late. I'm always also late to recording new podcasts. So it's just what we're dealing with here. If you're a listener of the Sarah B Show, you just know what to expect. And that is not a lot of product. Anyway, just had a birthday over the weekend, which was wonderful. Shout out to everyone who said happy birthday and sent gifts and did the most. You guys are so sweet. I felt very, very special and very loved this weekend. And that felt really, really good. Sometimes you forget it's easy when you're like single and alone and not around a lot of people a lot of times. Sometimes you get your little woe is me mood, or maybe it's just us cancers. We're very emotional, very sensitive. And sometimes when you're just alone a lot, you're like, man, do I have anyone? But no, this weekend y'all showed up and showed out and it felt magical. I'm not going to lie. Sounds lame, but it did. My actual birthday was Friday, and all day it was knock, 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 cookies. Hello, ring, ring. I have a delivery for flowers. Can you come downstairs? Knock, knock, knock. Cake, cupcakes. I think my friends are just trying to make me gain the weight back that I worked so hard to lose. I see what's happening here, but no, I've been working really hard in the gym and stuff as well. So it's a cancellation. Plus, you just got to treat yourself, right? So speaking of that, treating yourself and keeping it off, we're going to get right into a little ad here, but it's one I love because it's a product that I use, and that is called Go Cleanse. That's right. And shout out to you guys because y'all have been stepping up. Like, first of all, you know, we just had this trip to Jacksonville, aka Freakville, aka Duval, which I will get into shortly here. But I had a lot of compliments and comments and stuff talking about my body and, you know, people, which is such an interesting job, but people that saw the before and after pictures, people that met me a long time ago and now saw me now and saw the, you know, progress and body changing and all that. So you guys bought a lot of products since that, which is kind of awesome. So thanks to you guys, and keep me updated on your journey as well. But you can do the same. Go Cleanse is so great. If you go to gocleanse.com/Sarah, you can see the products there. That is my website, my link. That'll help me out as well. But their products are great. They have an 11-day cleanse you can do, or a 30-day cleanse you can do, if that's what you're wanting to do. And you don't even have to do it to lose weight. It can just be to like cleanse you out, you know, start over, start new, a refresh. If you hit a plateau, if you just want to feel, you know, good again and clean again and just need a reset, it's good for so many things. And when I say cleanse and clean you out, it is not a poop cleanse, you guys. This is not going to make you go to the bathroom every 5 seconds, be running for the toilet. It is nothing like that at all. I promise you. If it was, I would not be doing it. So it's really great. You can go check those out. You can buy the products on their own as well if you didn't want to do a full 11 or 30 day. And they also have a lot of other cool stuff like beauty products. I take their collagen on the daily. It is so good and it tastes amazing. That's my favorite part because collagen tastes gross. Let's be real. But theirs is delicious. I also tried some of their skincare recently, and I meant to shout out to Rita to tell her I freaking love that Cellutol. It's this like face. It's really like fancy too. It's in that like a glass bottle and a little glass dropper, and you put it on your face twice a day, and it just makes you feel good, gets rid of the fine lines, and I can tell a difference. And I want more of that. So I need to hit Rita. But anyway, they have a lot of really great stuff over there at GoCleanse. So go to gocleanse.com/Sarah. That's SARAH. You should know that by now. And you can get some of their products. So if you have any questions, let me know. They have great coaches over there that can help you out as well. And yeah, enjoy. And if you get it, again, like send me pictures, send me info. I love to hear updates from you guys and follow your journey. It's cute. It's pretty cute. Pretty darn cute. I am surprised I have so much energy right now because I didn't nap today. Sorry, Coke Zero break. So it was a morning at radio, of course, and then I went to the gym today, and I actually used for the first time at this new facility that I'm going to, the sauna and the steam room, and it was amazing. The sauna was great. The steam room got a little creepy because first I went in there and there was somebody else in there, and at first, like, you know, it's really steamy and like foggy, obviously. And I thought it was a dude at first, but it was not. It was an older woman, but she was in a towel, which is fine. But it was like half off and it was a little strange. And she was like in the corner and she was like holding her knees and she would do this like rocking thing and moaning. And you know me, like I've seen so many scary movies that I'm just like closing my eyes, trying to mind my business, taking my deep breaths and trying to relax. But I was low key, like a little nervous, but anyway, she didn't stay long once I got there. I think I ruined her vibe, so it's fine. Nothing bad happened. I also just saw the new Evil Dead, speaking of scary movies, and I say I loved it. I'm not going to lie. I had a margarita flight beforehand, so seeing a movie after having a margarita flight, never a great idea. You're not going to remember a lot. You're going to remember it differently. I still liked it. It started off a little slow, a little boring for me. It was almost like the Farmer John version of Evil Dead. I don't know. It was interesting. It got better because a ton of gore happened, which is, you know, necessary in Evil Dead movies. There was a slight, I'm not going to give away a lot just in case, like, I don't mind spoiling things for people, but Evil Dead is the shit, the best, greatest of all time. Like, Evil Dead is where it's at. There is a Bruce Campbell, aka Ash, Easter egg in it. It's small. I'll see if you guys notice it. And then also stay after the movie. Everyone left except for these couple of dudes behind me. And there's two scenes. There's a mid-credits scene and an end of the movie scene, which goes back to the Evil Dead Rise that was before this one. So anywho, it was really great. So birthday celebration lasted like 3 days. It started off with margarita flights and chips and queso, obviously, and a scary movie. And then Friday just was a pampered, spoil myself day. Well, my mom spoiled me too. She was here. And, you know, it was very fun. We went to brunch. I did a run. I did a long, I did 3.8 miles for 38. It was so cute. So that's how I started the day, which felt great. Then we did brunch, pedicures, shopping, and then a really nice dinner that night. So it was just a great weekend, all in all. Oh, and then Saturday night, I went out with all my friends and we went to the truck yard. We did karaoke and it was just nonstop. So it was quite fabulous. Yes, it was. Okay. Now moving on. So I called this, or I think I'm going to call it, I haven't really named it yet, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to call it World Cup and World Travel. I'm trying to think of something cute and catchy, and it's the best I could come up with. It's not great. So I'm wearing my USA jersey shirt and just wanted to talk for a second about how phenomenal the World Cup was. I've never really been into football or soccer or anything like that before. Even the last one that was around 4 years ago, I watched a little bit. Mostly was just like, oh, the guys are hot, but never really got into it. And so I don't know what was different this year, if it was just that it was hosted a lot in the US. So all the fans were here. You're following everyone. It's all my Instagram and algorithm and everything has been since June. I have been like literally meeting my friends at bars at like 1 p.m., 3 p.m. during the weekdays. And like everybody's like coming out and celebrating and just it's every night almost is go, go, go. And it was just a blast. It made for the most thrilling and so much fun of a summer. Like, oh my gosh. Also, like a little bit of alcoholism and and also just too much party. There were some days where I'm like, oh my God, this is so fun. But like World Cup needs to like go. It's time. So it's really sad that it's over. I hate that is the case, but Lots of memories were made. I met so many people from other countries, fans from all these other teams. Like it was such a bonding and cool moment. And of course, you saw some violence, you saw some chaos, a little bit of politics. Of course, there's some drama that gets into it, but it was mostly really positive, you have to admit, which was super great. It was just a really cool experience to get to experience. And it's just very sad that it's going to be 4 more years from now, and also that it's not going to be in the United States. So I swear to God, I'm saving up now, and I'm going to go to a match when it comes again. Like probably Spain or Portugal would be my choice of places to go, just because I want to go there as well and travel. Maybe Morocco. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, it'll be exciting. So I am bummed it's over, but now I gotta find time for other things and remember what is there to do in life again. I don't really know. I've been traveling a lot for work as well. That was the World Cup and world travel, except for it's not really world travel. It's more like United States, specifically like 2 states really only. I haven't even flown my other job in like a couple weeks. I'm going to go back this weekend. I'll be on reserve again. And I feel like when I don't fly for a couple weeks at a time, I go back and I feel like I've forgotten everything. So I'm a little nervous for that, but it's always fun. It clicks immediately. You meet a great crew, and reserve is kind of fun. It's so stressful to like randomly be on call and they'll like boop, boop, something goes on your board and it could be like, hey, go sit at the airport for 5 hours, or hey, you're going on a 3-day trip and you're not going to be back for 3 days and you're staying in, Anchorage, Alaska tonight and freaking, I don't know, whatever. Somewhere else tomorrow. It's pretty cool though. It is pretty cool. Also, there is something I've not mentioned yet. If you guys are watching the video, I got bangs. It's the elephant in the room, the unaddressed topic. But a lot of people have, followed me on Instagram or follow me on social media and have seen them. Man, I haven't done a podcast in a while. I am rusty, I'm noticing. I feel like this hasn't happened. Maybe it's the lack of caffeine. See, I should have had some. I knew it. I digress. Deep breath, Sarah. Anyway, I got bangs. It's cool. And, the funny thing is all my friends have been like, oh, what happened? Or, oh, you got bangs. Why? Like, did something crazy happen? Like, what are you going through? But no, I think when you're just like absolutely crazy in general, there's not really an excuse. You don't need one. Bangs are just, they can happen at any time. Basically, mine was I just got bored. So there's that. And also, if you guys remember, in my last relationship, which has been a very long time, he hated bangs. He used to look at photos of me with bangs like in the past and be like, God, I'm glad you don't have those anymore. And then like make fun of girls with bangs all the time. Like he despised them. So I never wanted them. Like I would see bangs or be like, I would think about wanting them, but he hated them so much I would never get them. So now it's almost like a fuck you. I have bangs. And you know what? I love them. I really like them a lot. Although I got them at unfortunate timing, which is right in the direct summer. So it's hard to keep them under wraps. I walk outside in the humidity or the heat and they're just like everywhere. But hats are awesome. Clips are helpful. But I'm really liking them. They're pretty grown out right now. I've not done a podcast in so long. I actually got these bangs like over a month ago, or maybe it was like a month ago, but they were starting to get really long. I need a bang trim. They're in my eyes. And Chumley at Planet Radio in Jacksonville was calling my Ella Langley bangs, which is accurate. I feel like Ella Langley has made like the entire world, or at least this country, want to get bangs. And so there you go. They hide our secrets. We'll see. We'll see how long they last for. But I honestly just really needed a change. I felt like my hair was the same. It had been forever. And it's fun. It's fun for me. I'm digging the bangs. All about them bangs. All right. Okie dokie. Let's move on to the travel portion, shall we? We did, with my other job, Lex and Terry, my radio job, we did 2 appearances back-to-back weekends. Now, as a radio girly, somebody who works in the industry, I've said it before, appearances are my absolute favorite thing about this job. And a lot of people would think that's hard to pick a favorite because it is such a great job. There's, a lot of benefits, concerts, tickets, perks, meeting celebrities, athletes, hanging out with them, dating them. There's a lot of really cool stuff with this job, but appearances are my absolute favorite. And basically that's when you go to an affiliate, one of the stations you're on, basically do like a meet and greet, you do, take pictures, sign autographs, meet listeners, do live broadcasts, have big parties, party with all the listeners. It's just such a vibe. It's so fun. And we haven't done one in a while. The one consistent one we do every year is with our Springfield, Missouri affiliate. and it's super fun. The Subpar Golf Classic. Many of y'all have come out to that. It's a great time. But aside from that, we haven't really done one anywhere else in like quite a while. So the fact that we had 2 back to back was pretty wild. And also the guys hate to travel that much and travel that like back to back ish. But they went for it and it was actually a really great time. So we'll start with the first one. We flew into Mobile, Alabama. And that is our TK 101, which is Mobile and Pensacola affiliate. And it was awesome. Joel picked us up and, you know, hung out with us. Panini Pete basically put the whole thing on, who's a super famous chef and also super hot. I think I got him in trouble there because I kept talking about how hot he was on the air. It was after mimosas, but I say it sober too, like right now. But he knows it. And also, you know what makes Panini Pete so hot too? It's not even just his looks. Like if he just stood there and didn't talk, you'd be like, dang, that is a zaddy. But also, it's his personality. He is just like, Tate and I were having this conversation in Jacksonville when we were running. And he's just such a good guy. He's like inside and out, just like the goodest human. And that is like, I wouldn't say a rare quality. You meet good people, but he is just genuinely just purely great. We love Pete. And that is such an attractive quality. And his wife is beautiful and he's been married for so long. We were talking about how hot they were when they were young too. Like just so great. So shout out to you, Panini Pete. You are just amazing people. And if you ever have a chance to meet him or go to one of his restaurants or even get like a moment to spend with him, you should take it because it will be memorable. I promise you. It will create a lasting impression. That's the word or the phrase I was looking for. Anyway, he is the greatest. So he brought us out along with TK 101. And it started off with a really cool opportunity I got to do with Fleet Feet, which is awesome because as you guys know, I'm a runner. And I wouldn't say like I'm a runner. Like I love to run. I'm not very good at it. I'm not fast. I don't care to be better, really. I just enjoy it. I don't even enjoy it at the time, actually. I enjoy it after when I get the endorphins. When I'm doing it, I'm just like in my head, like, I want to die. Why did I do this to myself again? Basically, real actual audio. But afterwards, I feel like $1,000,000. Like, and as somebody again who suffers from depression, anxiety, all the fun things that people go through in life, endorphins help me more than anything. So running definitely is wonderful. And afterwards, I feel like a fucking lioness, and it's the greatest. So that is why I run. And Fleet Feet is a great company. And, you know, they're a chain and they basically sell shoes and other cool stuff for, it's not even just for running though. It's other, you know, activities you can do, sports, also just like comfortable shoes in general. If you're like standing on your feet all day at work or just want some good walking shoes or anything, like they're really, really great. So they have a lot of cool options there. And the funny thing is they do runs. A lot of them do like host runs and they'll have like brands of shoes they bring out. So like last week we did one here in Dallas and they brought out, what was it? Ultras. The week before that or the month before that was like Brooks. So they'll bring like insoles, shoes, different socks, things you can try on and you go run your like 5K, run your 3 miles and then you can bring it back. And it worked for me. My shoes I'm currently using are Mizuno's. I was always a Brooks girly. And I love the Mizuno's that I tried with them. The color, the style, the way they felt like I'm running on the moon. Like they were just so awesome. So I bought them. I changed my whole brand. So that was pretty neat. And that's why I want to give this massive shout out to Fleet Feet in Mobile, Alabama. They're amazing. The whole staff was awesome. Jen is the one who helped me there. Basically, I went there, met with her. She did the 3D foot scan at Fleet Feet, which I didn't even know was a thing. And I literally run with Fleet Feet like at least once a month, which is wild. So you can go there. And guys, this is completely free, completely free. You go there and they do a 3D scan of your foot. It measures your foot, both feet, exactly. So you see the length. You see your arches, you see like a whole thing. They can like do a scan and decide what you actually need. The funny thing about this is I literally always thought I was a size 9 and I would always buy size 9 shoes and years ago when I would run, my feet would always go numb. It's like the tips of my toes. I would like lose toenails. Like it was awful. Well, when you run, you're supposed to get like a size to a size and a half bigger than your actual foot because it swells. It's going to bang against the front, all this stuff. It turns out that one of my feet is a 9. The other is a 9.5. Which is hilarious. And I always noticed that when I would try on heels and stuff, like one was really tight and one was not. And the last pair of heels I bought were 8.5s. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like crazy. So I think they fitted me for 10.5s, which is what I had been running in lately. I'm like, I need to get really big shoes. And oh my God, it helps. Guess what? My toes don't go numb anymore. Who would have thought? I just realized I'm not wearing my Apple Watch. What a sin. You guys know what I'm talking about. My steps aren't getting calculated. It's fine. But anyway, there's that. And then also, I never knew I have extremely high arches. So the way she worded it to me, basically, when you're running, your foot is like slamming down hard. And because there's such a big arch, it's like, bam. So with an insole, she wanted to put me with one of those. And it basically like, fills that space in between the arch and the shoe. So you're not slamming down. You're not getting injuries. I was getting so many shin splints when I was running, guys. It didn't matter how much I stretched, how much I warmed up, how much I ran. It was awful. And so she was like, definitely it's going to feel weird because you've never had these before. You've never felt anything on this part of your foot. It is going to be like brand new. So definitely walk in these, break them in a lot. And I did. And I swear it's like night and day. And the cool thing is these insoles, they like cut them for you, fit them for you, and you can put them in any shoe, whether it be a work shoe, a heel, a boot, or your running shoes, freaking awesome. So that happened. And she also brought me 5 pairs of shoes out to try on, 1 pair of Mizuno's, which I like, and then some others that are their favorites to try. So they try them on for you. They tie them up for you. They make you walk back and forth, do a little trot, and then try on the next one, see which one you like better. So I did this with 5 pairs, which I did not think I was going to be able to make up my mind because I am very indecisive, as y'all know, but I narrowed it down to 2, and it was just such an easy choice for me. So I went with the Saucony Endorphin Speeds, I believe is what they are, and they're so cute. I was a little sad. I wanted a brighter color, but these are literally mermaid colors. They're so cute. And that does not matter in the end. But as somebody who has literally always only bought black shoes, black and white, I have now exploring the color world of shoes, and that's nice. So mine are this really pretty, I don't know, seafoam green or minty green with a pinkish purple iridescence. They are like mermaid shoes. That's what they are. They're just beautiful. And they are so light, and they have this get up and go. They're curved this, basically curved up. So when you run, it's you're going. They just feel really, really good. So I'm loving them so far. I broke them in quite well with walking in them, and I've done, I think, 2 5Ks in them now. And I really like them. I really like them a lot. So once again, shout out to Jen and Fleet Feet Mobile. You guys can go. That's a great location. But if you go to any Fleet Feet, again, just go in. I don't even think you have to make an appointment. Go in. They'll do your foot scan for free. It's so worth it, y'all. If you're a runner, if you just want comfortable shoes for work, you're on your feet all day, whatever the case is, they're really, really great. A really great company. And they don't charge anything for this. So it's awesome. So go check out Fleet Feet Mobile. Jen specifically is so great, but the whole staff there is awesome. And if you go, tell them that you heard about it from me, Sarah, from Lexa and Terry. And that would make me very happy. So go do that. Treat yourself to some new cute shoes. Ooh, that was an ad, and I didn't even mean for it to be. I really genuinely loved it. I even made a little video. Deedles helped me, and we posted it online. It was so great. Also, I'm sweating balls right now, you guys. It's so hot in Texas. Okay. What is the temperature right now? It is approximately 102. It's a severe weather, extreme heat warning. These conditions are expected to last until 8 p.m. An additional alert, air quality. Tomorrow's supposed to be 105. What? I'm not going to Run Club tomorrow night. It's supposed to be 100 degrees at 7 p.m. when Run Club is. No. All the 101, 101, 103, 105. No. And my air conditioning has been on low all day, and it's 78 in here, and I'm hot. Okay. I'm just going to complain. I'm ready for summer to be over. I'm a fall girly, as we all know anyway. But anyway, back to the appearance. Just wanted to complain about the heat for a minute. Oh, that was another thing in Alabama and in Florida. I've never felt humidity like that. Oh, the bangs did not like it, y'all. It was real bad. It did not look good. But yeah, it was a lot. But I feel like humidity makes your skin better. So I at least feel dewy and moisturized, but whew, could not breathe. Anywho, so that's how the appearance started in Mobile at Fleet Feet. And we got some lunch, and then we went to check into our accommodations. Funny story about these. So these were nice, when you call them, not Airbnb, but bed and breakfast. And it was beautiful, right on the water, gorgeous. So there are Lex, there's Terry, there's D, who brought his wife, and then there is me. There was There was 2 double rooms and a single room. I am single and alone all the time. It's fine. And so I was apparently supposed to get the single room. Well, D was like, hey, do you want a double room? I don't want to take the stairs. He's like, I tweaked my back. I would rather be down here on the bottom, which is where the single room was. He's like, do you want the double? I'm like, hell yeah, let's go. So he also was like, hey, do you want to take the top floor? Because Lex, who also is not, he has hurt feet and stuff all the time. So he's like, do you want to take the top floor so they can have this one? I'm like, sure. Well, long story short, it turns out that I got the freaking mega freaking suite. It was 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a giant walkout balcony, huge kitchen, unbelievable, huge vaulted ceilings. They left a bottle of wine. It was just unbelievable. Fully stocked with snacks, chocolates on the pillow. It was so nice. And it's so funny because we found out later that the other double only had 1 bathroom. So Lex and Terry, 2 full-grown men, stayed in the 2-bedroom, 1 bathroom. Me, 1 girl, had the mega freaking suite, which is so damn funny to me. And I actually took video of that. I need to post it. They were so sweet there. And the best part about it, they had a cat on site who greeted you every time you walked out of your room. Little meow meow. It was so cute. The accommodations were amazing. It was so fun that first night because we all went out to watch the USA game when they were still in it. Oh, was it USA and Bosnia? That was the game we watched there. It was super good time. We went to an Irish pub. I don't know if you guys have listened to Lex and Terry for a long time. Kieran from Ireland, who used to come on our show. Apparently he used to work at that pub when he lived in Alabama. Fun facts for y'all, fun facts. And then the next morning we did a live broadcast from Panini Pete's out in the courtyard, the little French Quarter. There was a fountain running. We had mimosas. Oh my God. Panini Pete's freaking beignets, the best I've ever had. Phenomenal. A little bit of lemon squeeze on them, melt in your mouth. My mouth is watering. Oh God, I would kill for one of those right now. Anyway, delicious. I'm telling you guys, go to any freaking Panini Pete's locations. You will not be sorry. So that got to happen, which was neat. And that led us to our final appearance, which was our last night there, which was so much fun at Panini Pete's Waterfront. D got to DJ a little bit. We met so many listeners, took way too many freaking shots. That's the one bad thing. I was really proud of myself. I've gotten really good at these appearances of not having to drink too much to socialize. I get a little anxiety when I have to meet a lot of people in person and, it gets scary, and alcohol helps with social anxiety. But I was proud of myself. I was working the room, meeting a lot of people, having fun. And at the end, everybody's like, shots, shots, shots. And then one person sees you having a shot and they're like, oh, me too, me too. And I'm like, oh, so I kept being like, give me 10 minutes. But I think I did 4 or 5 shots in the span of 20 minutes, which is a lot. And they were pretty heavy duty. And I was kind of bummed too, because I was talking to the staff of the restaurant. We were talking about going to do karaoke and this and that. And it just got ruined with shots. So you know what I did? I got in the car with Deedles and Sassy C, and we went to Chick-fil-A, and I got a hot honey pimento chicken sandwich, took it back to my room, drank it with a bottle of Cabernet, and called it a night, which was still wonderful, honestly. Probably better than the bad decisions I would have made had I got out to karaoke. So no regrets, I guess. Maybe slightly regrets, but not that many. Anyway, so shout out to Panini P and Joel and TK101 and Crash and everyone there. Y'all were so amazing. Thanks for taking care of us. It was beautiful, by the way. I don't know, you hear Alabama and you think Roll Tide, and I do anyway. I've just worked for Lex and Terry for too long, but I've never been to Daphne, and it was unbelievably beautiful. That was the most gorgeous place. I would go back in a heartbeat. It is so pretty there. So don't let Alabama's reputation, if you've never been, deter you. It is a gorgeous place. Lots of great food, scenery. Go check it out. Oh, Coke Zero break. All right. And now we move on to our next weekend's appearance, which was Jacksonville, Florida. My first time ever being there, which is crazy because I've worked with Lex and Terry since 2009, which is wild. And that's where the show originated, back in 1992. So the fact that I've been there this long and I've never been to freaking Jacksonville is beyond me, but it's how it is. So I got to go. It was a 4-day thing we were doing there. It turned out we were going to do a Go Cleanse appearance. Shout out to Go Cleanse, gocleanse.com/Sarah. Check them out. But that ended up getting pulled. So we had basically just a lot of free time there until our last appearance. We did a live broadcast Friday morning there for Jacksonville only at the station there at Planet. And then we did a Sunday appearance, which I'll get into. So again, we had a lot of free time, which was really great. Jacksonville was freaking beautiful. Once again, I've heard the guys talk crap and, it's all jokes and jest, but I never really knew what Jacksonville was about. But it is unbelievable. The beach is so beautiful. The people are great. The vibe there is just next level. And I was saying this the whole time there, and I absolutely mean it. Like, I would live there in a heartbeat. I was already looking at apartments. I was thinking, okay, I could move my flying base to somewhere in Florida instead of Dallas so I could keep my flight attendant job. I could still do the show from here. I would have so many friends built in already. Like, I'm still thinking about it. I mean, I did just re-sign my lease here in Dallas, but it's a thought. I would live there in a heartbeat. And I kept telling the guys, like, we need to move back here. Paid move, let's go. And Tate and I went on a run one morning and we're talking about this too. We can do a crowdfunding thing and have a big party for everyone that donates, and that can pay for our move out here. And we'll actually be, broadcasting from the Jack's Planet studio again. Anyway, we really thought of the whole thing. Also, we ran 6 miles, so we had a lot to talk about, or a lot of time to talk about things. But anyway, it was a great time in Jacksonville. The first night we got in, I finally got to meet Chef Tom Gray. I feel like we have 2 famous chefs on our show, and that is Panini Pete and Chef Tom Gray. And I got to meet him, go to Electric Dough Pizza, which is one of his many restaurants, and it was freaking delicious. So good. And the best part about it, I mean, it was all amazing, but they had freaking Aperol Spritz on tap. And Terry's wife, Sherry, and I were trying these, and we are aficionados of Aperol Spritz. It is classic. It's a 3-2-1. You got to get it right. It has to be nice and fizzy. These were the best Aperol Spritz we've ever had, and they're on tap. So they're perfect every time. Phenomenal. They were so oh my God, they were just so bubbly, so flavorful, unbelievable. And I said, if I ever get rich, when I get rich, let's manifest that. When I get rich, I don't need a McDonald's or a Starbucks in my house or anything like that. I just want Chef Tom Gray's Aperol Spritz on tap in my mansion. That's all. It's easy. I'm an easy girl. I'm simple. Anyway, delicious. The food was so good. The pizza was amazing. The best one I tried was definitely the, oh my God, I am going blank right now. But, the Mighty Quinn, the mushroom one. So good. And they even have gelato. Anyway, it was an absolutely amazing meal. I wish I would have got to try more of his restaurants when I was there, get to hang out with them more. But next time, TBD. But yeah, definitely go check his places out. It was so great to finally meet him. Oh my gosh, what else did we do there? We did a live broadcast at the Planet Studio, which I got a little intimidated by because we had a live studio audience. I am not used to being around people in person. I'm used to talking on a microphone like this and looking at nobody or looking at the guys or looking at myself like right now. I'm not used to having people there. So I was a little shy. Mimosas helped for sure, but it was a really good time. We got to meet so many listeners, saw some old friends that I met before there as well. And yeah, it just felt like a real ass radio show again. It was so much fun. We did some bits outside. I get to pour chili in Taint's face, which was just, that's next level. Can't complain about that. And it was awesome. So that happened. Oh, I say meet. I guess I've met him before, but actually hang out with Brett Myers, former Phillies pitcher. I'm bad at sports. But if you hear my song when it comes on, The Sarah B Show, that's Brett Myers. He went from freaking baseball star to music aficionado. So yeah, it was cool to get to meet him, hang out with him and some of his friends. That was a great time. Oh gosh, what else? The accommodations, they were amazing. The Hampton Inn right on the beach. Shout out to everyone who took care of us there as well. Chumley and Jean and freaking Rick Everett and his amazing wife, who I think I could actually be best friends with. And also hot ass Jason, who took care of us as well. It was just such a good time. We felt just like family there. It was awesome. So the pool was so great at the hotel too. Oh my gosh. And apparently they do all inclusives there. I found out that apparently the owner is a very big fan of cruise ships. So they do all inclusives. I think, don't quote me exactly, but it was around $150 a person a day. And that gets you 15 drinks and 3 meals a day, which is pretty rad. The ocean is literally right there. You can walk right to it. They have a freaking beach bar and grill. Awesome. I think that's where I ate most of the time. Every night I had different things. It was so good. And my favorite was the Caesar salad wrap. The last day I just needed something fresh and crunchy and yummy, and it hit so hard. Anyway, their drinks are great too. And the pool was awesome. It has this waterfall. But anyway, it's just a vibe. It was a great hotel. What else? Oh, my favorite thing about it too was I did a run 2 mornings when I was there right on the beach. not like on the sand, but like right beside the beach, Jack's Beach, to Neptune Beach, Atlantic Beach, I think it's called. So the first day I did my run by myself and I freaking enjoyed it so much. I will say I woke up very hungover. I still forced my ass to get out there and do it. So props to me for that. I did not think I would. And I did 5 miles and it felt amazing-ish. It was very humid, but running next to the water and just palm trees and the sun, the beach, it was just amazing. And then the freaking next day, I went running with Taint, who was saying, let's do a run. The next morning, I was also very hungover again. Shocking, I know. And I was hoping he wouldn't text me. But then I got a text from him that said, yo, let's run. And I was like, damn it. So I was hoping to only do like a couple miles. We ended up doing freaking 6 miles the day after I did a 5-mile run and hungover 2 days in a row. I was dying. But it was a lot of fun. We were in 3 miles down. To, I guess, Neptune Beach area. I don't know what that area is called, but it was really nice. It was really bougie. A lot of cute dogs, a lot of cute guys with mustaches and tattoos. And it was really fun. And we got a cold brew, had some really good heart to hearts about life and lifes and wives. And, just, it was really good to catch up. And then we ran our 3 miles back. And after that, we all got ready and went to Lynch's Irish Pub, which I've heard so many great things about. A lot of people were telling us about this place called The Block, but Lynch's is apparently like legendary. And I'm so glad we went there for multiple reasons. First of all, I forgot about time changes, which, is hilarious since I am a flight attendant. But I was on Dallas time, so I got us to the bar very early, which worked out in our favor because we would not have had a spot had we got there later. A big group of us went. Some listeners met us there as well. There were so many freaking Brits there, which I was just surprised about. I'm used to like the culture and mashup here in Dallas, but I did not think in Jacksonville, Florida, there was going to be that many British people. And I loved it. I loved every second of it. It was really great. So this is the the England and Norway match. I was devastated because obviously Norway was my team from the beginning. I freaking loved them. And I was really sad to see them get out. It made me hate England, to be honest. But the one thing I did not hate was the hot English guy that I was talking to there. First of all, I met this guy. He was freaking gorgeous. He looked like a prince. He had prince hair and a prince face and a prince accent. And I was in love immediately. Oh my goodness. Like at first I was like, they were going to ask if they could have a table. But then when he started talking, I was just like, oh, like I didn't hear anything you just said. You can have anything you want. Take our table. Like, take it all. Oh my God. Goodness, y'all. Hot. And he was with a girl and I was like, of course. And she's so pretty. And I was like, yeah, he probably has like 90 girlfriends. He's beautiful. He's the prince. But anyway, so that happened. And then I found out talking to this girl's uncle, her family came, that they're just best friends. They're not together. And I was like, what? Okay. So I didn't want to like intrude too much because I didn't really know the whole situation or what was going on. I didn't want to like overstep, but I flirted slightly from afar. And anyway, we ended up talking. I made a video for my other British friend from him who was actually at the game. And anyway, we made a bet on who would score the first goal. I said, if Norway scores first, you buy us a shot. If England scores first, I buy us a shot. Deal. Norway scored first. Yeah. And he came over and said something like in his accent, like, a true British gentleman always pays up on his bets. And I was like, oh my God, say it again. And anyway, it was cute. Got it on video, posted it for everyone. And we did tequila shots, flirted a bunch. And then I got his Instagram and we were chatting a little bit on there and flirting like the whole weekend. And he was cute. And I kind of shot my shot, guys. I said, you know what? Screw it. What's the worst going to happen? He could laugh in my face. He could not respond, whatever. But I said a couple days later, I was like, hey, this might sound lame, but what if we had like a FaceTime date or like, would you want to have a drink on FaceTime sometime on video? And he was like, yeah. And he's like, that actually sounds really cute. He's like, how else are we supposed to get to know each other when we're across the planet from each other? So I liked that. And in my mind, I was like, okay, I'm shot my shot. He said, cool. And then it was like a week until he was going back home because he was going to Chicago next. And he's like, I was like, cool. Just whenever you get back, hit me up. Let me know your schedule. We'll plan something. He's like, sounds good. And I was like, if I don't hear from him again, that's it. Like, I'm not going to reach out again and be like, hey, remember me? And of course that was Friday. He got home It is now Tuesday and I have not heard anything. And I'm a little sad. I feel like if he really wanted to reach out, he would. And that is the mentality I'm going on. Because I also recently saw a movie, well, I'll get into that, but about a boy cleanse. And I'm like, I feel like I should go on one of those. But anyway, that was a magical moment. He was very attractive. OMG. Like, wow. Just wow. You know what? Do you want kids? Because I might have them for you. I might even move to England. He was this beautiful, you guys. Like, and he was so tall. Anyway, maybe it's just lust. But there you go. That was a really fun night. Even though Norway lost, I met a British king. He's been upgraded from a prince to a king just now. So that was super fun. The luau itself was amazing. That was our big event, the Lex and Terry luau, which was the reggae on the deck event that you do there at the Hampton Inn. And O'Malley DJ'd, which was awesome. The music was great. We had, Tillman's Meats came out. They grilled 2 pigs, which was really sad because little pigs are just so cute. And yes, they do taste good and I like to eat them, but I don't like to see their faces and heads on, you know, but it's fine. I did not eat it anyway because I had my Caesar salad wrap because I knew I'd be talking too much to eat, which I was right about. So yay me for making a responsible decision. The one responsible decision I did not make was taking a shot of Rumpelmans. These 2 pretty cute guys were like, let's do a shot of Rumpel. And I was like, I don't want to die. Can I pour half in yours? So that was good negotiating and I lived. So here I am telling about it today. So yay for that. But it was such a fun day. It was insanely hot. Oh my God. It was like the devil's asshole out there. Ridiculous, humid. I had on like 17 lays. People kept putting lays on me. And it was just like one giant thing of like sweaty hair and lays and a grass skirt. But it was so fun. The music was awesome. The vibe was great. The drinks were wonderful. We were well taken care of. It was just such a good time. I get to meet so many of y'all and I really, really, really enjoyed every second of it. So, it was awesome. I'm like smiling because it was just such a good vibe. And I got to say, I was really, really sad to leave. I did not want to leave Jacksonville and I'm still sad. I got home and I was like, oh, it feels so empty now. And you know what sucks is I feel like I was getting better at being alone and having my alone time and sitting here quietly in my apartment watching my movies at night with the candle lit and drinking my tea and being alone. But then after 2 weeks straight of constantly being around people, and then I got home and I was like, oh my God, I'm so alone. I am so alone. And I'm not gonna lie, it's been like a week, or maybe a little more. And I'm still trying to get used to it. So just got to get there again, but I will. It was worth it. Everything was worth it. It has been a very fun few weeks with appearances. It's been a very fun couple months with the World Cup. Life has been great. What an epic summer. Except for right now, it's hot as balls, but like it was just really, really great. And guess what? It's just, mid-July. So we've still got a little bit of summer left. Let's make the most of it, y'all. And I want to give a shout out to all my beautiful little crabs out there on my Cancer birthdays. Happy birthday to y'all. Uli. Oh, I forgot about that. Uli from Q102 came out as well to hang out with us. And oh my God, he was such a blast. I mean, I already knew he was going to be. The second I heard he was coming out there to join us, I was like, hell yeah, I know it's going to be a party now. Because a lot of times people don't want to go out or stay out with you or do things. But Uli's always down for anything. So... And he was again. It was perfect. So it was really, really fun. And he made a comment about like how he has so many cancers in his life and he loves his cancers. And he's right. Like I noticed that this time too, I have so many freaking friends that are cancers. And just if you have a cancer as a girlfriend, friend, soulmate, partner, whatever, like you have somebody great. They're loyal, they're emotional, and they will freaking fight for you, man. So yeah, I love you, my little crabby crabs, my little crabby patties. All right, guys, thanks for listening. I'm going to leave a little tease right here, like salt and pepper. I probably shouldn't be saying this. This is also calling my shot that I'm going to do a podcast next week. F it. We're going to do it. I am going to make, I'm going to make an announcement next week, something very exciting that I did today. And it was an interesting decision as far as I don't really know what the F I'm doing, but I did something. And I will talk about it next week to you guys. I'm very excited about it, but it might bring some problems to other areas of my life. Who knows what's going to happen? I don't know. But YOLO, I guess, right? That's what we're going with. So tune in next week. I'm going to do a buffer and say maybe 2 weeks. No, next week. No, 2 weeks. Who knows? You know what? That's the exciting thing about this show. It might be 2 months. You never know. Well, thanks for listening, you guys. Remember to go to gocleanse.com/Sarah. That's SARAH, and get yourself some great products. Take care of yourself. We only have one life to live, so take care of your body, your mind, and your soul. I also low-key hope that my British prince hears this podcast and then reaches out to me. That would be fun for me. So I hope that happens. Yeah, just putting that out there. All right. Other than that, that's about it, y'all. I'm going to go eat some dinner, watch a sad movie, maybe have a little cry, and just continue to be alone. But you know what? That's okay, because I love this life. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. I should probably just go to sleep. All right. Thanks, guys. Love you. Bye. What an ending. What an ending that was. Okay.